Hey everyone, and welcome to my channel. I'm Hugh, founder of Palm Tree Elite, and today I'm going to be going over my journey, how I started this, and what kind of led me into starting this in the first place. One of my reasons of doing this video, I had one of my volunteers of a past event. He kind of asked me, how I kind of got into it, and it motivated me to want to do a video like this. So I'm doing this for all my high school students out there, my children out there, just going through middle school, high school, and just wanting some guidance and need some guidance from individuals who've been through it and have put themselves in the fire time and time again, and continuously proven to not only to the people around you, but to yourself, that you can be greater, do greater things with your life. So started with my high school experience. Coming out of high school, I was an athlete, but I didn't get a scholarship or anything. I moved around a lot. I attended 4 high schools, so it was kind of hard sometimes to consistently, catch up and maintain my GPA, and also to maintain friends. My high school experience was great, even though I did transition into different schools very frequently. But I was able to maintain my GPA every time. And I remember my last transition from 11th grade to 12th grade, when I changed schools, my GPA was like a 1.7. So at that end of the year, when I finally graduated at an unweighted 3.5. So it's all about perseverance. It's all about how you look at things. And that's always been my story when it comes to my adaptability and how I've been able to pivot and change and adapt to whatever environment I've been in. Coming out of high school, transitioning into college, um, I went straight into college. My mother actually advised me to go straight into college. So I applied, went straight into community college, started actually right that summer, doing my prereqs and getting everything out the way so that when August came around, September came around for the new semester, and I can actually start in doing EMT, which I had an interest in doing. Just, my mom just asking me, what was I going to do with my life after high school and things of that nature. And just, being so caught up in, the last endings of like high school, grad bash, prom, things of that nature, like things like that. And even before that, hadn't really like crossed my mind too much. Of course, you think about it a bit, but until somebody like really asks you, you really don't have that clear answer, specifically. There's a lot that goes on in between individuals' mind in between the ages of 16 and 18. So as far as me making that decision, now looking back at it, it actually put me ahead of my peers. People that took, gap years, or, they took 2 years off and then decided to go to school, or probably never even went to school at all, because of the time that they took away and started working jobs and things of that nature. So my early career, I started EMT school. I started as a EMT. I went through the program, which was incredibly challenging. I faced tough situations like dealing with accidents and emergencies, but it taught me resilience. It taught me the importance of quick thinking and being able to think quickly on your feet. And I think because of the field that I was in, I'm glad that I had individuals and teachers and comrades that allowed me to embrace my role in the field. So it would literally be a person on the stretcher, and I had just started, and the guys that I was working would be like, "What are you gonna do? Like, what would you do? So they would literally put me on the spot, and I would literally have to critically think my way into helping this individual that is currently on the stretcher. They would actively, test me. It wouldn't just, be like a shadowing type thing, or I'm in the background. Like, no, like they made sure that I was hands on with everything that I did within the field, which I appreciate. And I ended up really realizing not too long after that this may not be a great fit. Just going to those accidents consistently, like seeing death or seeing certain things that I did see in the field, it didn't excite me as much as I thought it would. And I took a lot of what I dealt with and compartmentalized. If I didn't take it home, I compartmentalized it. And I thought, coming from my background, coming from my environment where I come from, living down south, I thought I would be able to overcome a lot of the things that I saw in that field because I saw so much, growing up, shootings, deaths, things of that nature, So I thought that I would be able to handle that. And unfortunately, I couldn't. And me realizing that early on in my career, I'm very grateful that I wasn't a type of person that was like, you're already into it, just stick with it, because it allowed me to transition over and pivot into X-ray tech, which I started doing my research on that and figuring out how I can get into certain schools and things of that nature, and realizing that the EMT just wasn't a long-term fit. I ended up finding a school in Texas that kind of aligned with my financial budget, and me kind of like moving out there by myself and knowing kind of like how much money I had versus how much money I didn't. And I moved to Texas to pursue a career in X-ray technician. And it was my first time leaving the state to live somewhere else, and I was doing it on my own. Nobody in my family had ever done anything like this before, so I had a lot of doubters. I remember being on the flight and realizing there was no going back. I had got a one-way ticket, and I purposely made it a one-way ticket because I didn't want any excuse to come back without accomplishing my goals. Um, when I did arrive, I stayed in a hotel, and I remember that first night being so overwhelming. I think I even shed a tear a bit because I shed a tear because it was just a lot going on in my head, and just me realizing that I had to accomplish what I had to accomplish here, because then it would have all been for no reason. But I was determined, and I took two buses and two trains every day. Woke up at 5 a.m. to get to school, all the way like an hour or two away from where my hotel was. I didn't really know the geographical area like that as of yet, so I booked the hotel for like a month all the way yonder. So I had to make that commute and kind of adjust, to that. Eventually, after that hotel, I concluded like, staying at that hotel, I kind of like migrated a little closer and whatnot. And it was more beneficial to me. But I remember one night after a job interview that I had, my phone had died. And I was walking back to the hotel in the dark and navigating through construction zones because uh, I had just moved to that hotel, a Motel 6, and there was a lot of construction happening around that area at that time. And there was no sidewalks. There was not much roads. The roads were still being made. So I remember literally having to walk on the highway in my new suede shoes that I ruined that night in order to get to back to my hotel because my phone was dead. I couldn't call an Uber. And these are the things that help mold me and shape me into the individual that I am today. And it helped me understand that there's a way when there is no way, because there's always a way. And fast forward 6 months, I started working for HCA hospitals and clinics, and they paid for me to do any additional certificates that they required me to have in order to have the job and work the job. And it was great. I worked in that field for a bit. My experience uh, in those fields allowed me uh, to be taught, resilience, adaptability, and the importance of hard work. Um, and I faced numerous challenges and overcame them, which makes me well equipped to guide others, and help them through this process of life and getting through certain circumstances. With my background in EMT, X-ray technology, and behavioral health, I have a diverse skill set, and that's valuable for teaching life skills. As far as my passion for helping people, I'm passionate about helping the younger generation, especially the Gen Z generation, navigating life's challenges and developing the skills they need to succeed. I feel like it's really important. I have, sisters and siblings that are in that era as well. So being able to share and give them knowledge at times is very useful. And I see how it's impacted their lives and the journeys and the things that they're starting to accomplish and do now because of the guidance that I've bestowed upon them. The importance of education right now, in the climate that we're in, is very important. I can't stress it enough. Going straight into college after high school was one of the best decisions that I made. It gave me a head start and just opened up so many opportunities for me within a small period of time because I was so young and being able to accomplish so much things within a short amount of time that I was 23 and already had been in two different fields that would take people, years, to get in and out of and switch and pivot and things of that nature. So, um, one thing that really helped me through that journey was embracing the challenges. And one thing that I want to tell you guys is don't shy away from those challenges. Put yourself in the fire. I think putting myself in the fire is what allowed me to have so many opportunities come my way, and also allow me to test the reality of numbers because not all opportunities are going to work out, but you putting yourself in the fire is allowing you to see what opportunities are for you and what's not for you. They build character and resilience. Whether it's a tough program or a new job or anything that you have going on, like you want to start a business, face it head on. Just attack it and make sure that you put yourself in the best opportunity and the positions to win. Um, One thing I also want to stress is continuous learning. One thing that really helped me was being coachable, always being open to learning new skills. And my journey from EMT to X-ray tech to behavioral health shows the importance and adaptability and continuing education and continuing learning, as you go. Um, as far as this message that I want to put out, I want to encourage the youth, encourage individuals that are watching this video. If I can overcome these challenges, so can you. Stay focused, stay hardworking, and never stop learning. If you found this video helpful, please like, share, and subscribe. Leave a comment. If you have any questions or need any assistance, feel free to definitely reach out to me and I'll reach back out to you. And thanks for watching.